To come back from mistakes and injuries is no small feat. You can't ignore the pain or hide from what lies ahead. To redeem yourself, you have to own it. And in doing so, sometimes you can manifest greatness.
Looking forward to this year. Obviously last year, a lot of issues. That's kind of in my mind. It's been a year since the knee injury, and just good to be back. Just getting back into it. It's been a mixed year, excluding Erzberg, and then Italy wasn't so good, so I aim to get back on the podium.
The majestic mountains surrounding Sibiu, Romania are wild, untamed, and home to one of the most exceptional hard enduro rallies on the planet. This is the 19th edition of this infamously insane 5-day race, and this year, it's appropriately known as In Madness We Trust. Welcome to round 5 of the FIM Hard Enduro World Championship.
What are we doing this week? We are racing Red Bull Romaniacs for another year. Now pretty stoked. I always come here and looking forward for it because it's just a cool event, good riding and good vibes.
We start on Tuesday with the In-city Prolog, and then we have 4 off-road days. We're riding for around 5 hours a day.
Try and get a good first day. It's important for me, and then get through the race. Last day's normally just survival. I just want to get to the finish.
It's got everything that you can imagine from hard enduro, the steep downhills, the steep uphills, the rocky sections. If it stays like this with the weather, it's going to be super hot, dusty on the trails, but then just like that, in the mountains, it can change. We can have a massive downpour with a big thunderstorm, and it'll change everything.
I've been constantly injured for a year and a half. Hopefully this is done now, and maybe this is not the best race to come back, but I feel ready, and I just couldn't wait any longer.
I know that Mani is riding very well in Romania, 3 wins in the last 3 years. But I feel really strong the whole season, instead the broken toe in Serbia. So looking forward to enjoy the week and make my best.
I had the last couple of races just to give me kind of this confidence boost. So yeah, we're trying to enjoy the week and hopefully we're going to have a good week.
But it's not all backcountry hard enduro heroics. Things kickstart with a Sibiu street party and one of the most impressive obstacle courses in the series. How do you achieve peak prologue performance? Just ask Paul Bolton.
This is the Red Bull Romaniacs In-city Prolog. Nice jump over that one, clicking third, hop in that, don't mess up. Make sure we can stay on here. Are we on? Oh, he's dropped in. It's all right. These things are the hardest thing on the track. Watch out, chaps. Gotta wait for the back wheel to come down. Defo should have jumped that. Help the back wheel through. Little drop off here. Don't want to go too mad. Right line. Oh. Just check that bit out. Lean back on these things. Open up the gas. And that's the finish. Probably the best prologue I've ever done. Can't wait to see the action.
Neither can these rabid fans, anxiously waiting to see the first Romaniacs In-city Prolog since 2019. 35 gold-class competitors take off in rows of 5. They have 10 minutes plus 1 lap to get the best time. Manny Lettenbichler and Alfredo Gomez lead Tadej Blazusiak and the rest of the pack over the obstacles. 3 minutes in, Alfredo and Manny are neck and neck. Then the German rider gets caught in some traffic.
Alfredo's gone through and got a lead. Caddy into second. Oslovic. Roman.
Gomez gallops through the rolling tire section with Blazusiak close behind, and then
Caddy with a mega overtake there down the right side of the tyre. That was epic.
also making epic moves is Manny Lettenbichler, climbing his way from further back in the field, past Mario Roman, and into third. The front runners battle down to the wire. Gomez weaves past Blazusiak with a strong final push. And he will take the top of the Prolog podium. Tadej Blazusiak has a mega return to the series in second, and the defending Romaniacs champ Manny Lettenbichler will take third. A killer Prolog time is crucial. It determines the starting order for the day one off-road. Win the Prolog and you start third in the rally. It's usually the preferred position, allowing a rider to use the other two podium placers as guides, following their lines, avoiding their mistakes, and ideally making a break for the lead when the time is right. The athletes are up at the break of dawn, preparing for their 6:45 a.m. start time. Today's race is an intense 84 kilometers long. It will take riders through the notoriously difficult section Babysitter, not once, but 3 times, and that's just the beginning. Manny Lettenbichler is the first to hit the virgin track. 3 minutes later, it's Tadej Blazusiak. And then, Prolog winner Alfredo Gomez. This race isn't about who's physically in front. It's about who gets the best accumulated time through various checkpoints over 4 days. Right now, Manny Lettenbichler is in the time lead.
Yeah, boy! Letting it rip. Look at them shoulders all the way back.
Through the jagged rocks of Babysitter, Lettenbichler continues his lead through 3 laborious laps.
Guys, this is unreal. Manny is actually already on his 3rd lap, and Mario and Alfredo have just gone through on their 2nd. He's like half a lap up on them already at this point.
The 3-time Romaniacs champ is off to a superb start. But then, nearly 2 hours into the race, things abruptly take a turn for the worse. His clutch is busted. This is a massive blow and could destroy any hope of winning this race for the 4th time in a row.
Please, baby, please.
This unfortunate incident allows Mario Roman to take over the time lead in front of Gomez, but it doesn't last long. Full tilt from behind is Graham Jarvis. The British legend started in 11th.
Graham taking another line. It looks like a good one. That's Graham through on Gomez. Nice line by Graham.
With steady, smart riding, he's climbed all the way into 1st. Bulgarian Teo Kabachev began this race in 14th. Now he's putting pressure on the veteran athlete, closing in just over 4 minutes back with the 2nd best time. 7 minutes behind him is Canadian Tristan Hart. Today he started 6th. Now he's muscled his way into 3rd.
That was beautiful, real balanced.
Mario Roman has been riding consistently all day, but 4 hours into the race, he's starting to slow down. The heat is taking its toll. If the temperature has affected 47-year-old Jarvis, you wouldn't know it. He's proven once again why he's been the best in the biz for years, taking the top time at the day one off-road. Just over 4 minutes behind him, it's Teo Kabachev. And another 7 minutes back, it's Tristan Hart.
To have energy at the end of the day is good, but a long way to go. Feeling confident for the next few days.
I'm quite surprised, to be honest, because
I made some mistakes and I had to push my bike. So pretty happy with second overall. I think it's a good start of the week. Keep moving forward and of course our target is the overall.
Here are the combined overall results after the prologue and 1 day of off-road riding. Unfortunately, Manny Lettenbichler isn't in the top 15. Because he received outside help with his clutch issues, the FIM jury has given him a 2-hour penalty. In all likelihood, this will put an end to his winning streak.
How's the weather?
It was raining pretty hard, but we got here and it just stopped, so I don't mind the rain once we're riding, but starting in the rain kind of sucks.
A little bit frustrated about yesterday, but we can't change it. We're gonna still try our best now the next 3 days and trying to minimize the gaps.
Minimizing the gaps through this mad terrain won't be easy. Today's 125-kilometer track is the longest of the 4 off-road days. They'll encounter some savage sections, hoping that today's triple laps in Titanic won't take them down. After winning yesterday, Jarvis launches in first. Driving deeper into the Romanian wilderness, he's fast and focused.
Way back over here is where the start was. They've literally gone out that way, traversed a couple of times on these mountains in this ridge side here, and now they're at Titanic for the 3 laps. It definitely jacks the heart rate in the morning.
Hitting Titanic, he knows he's got 2 options: sink or swim. 30 minutes in, he's currently 3rd for the day. A position that will allow him to keep his overall Romaniacs lead. But he's not one to rest on his laurels, knowing all too well how easily first place at Romaniacs can slip away. Teo Kabachev is equally motivated. He wants to hold on to 2nd overall, and maybe, just maybe, catch Jarvis. It's not out of the realm of possibility. He was on the podium in Serbia, but he's currently in 6th for the day. He's got to drop the hammer to keep the dream alive.
Then we've got Mario joining in. Nice pivot there. Beautifully timed.
When the day began, Mario Roman was sitting just 36 seconds behind Tristan Hart, who's currently 3rd place in the overall Romaniac standings. With a strong morning performance, he's already closed that gap. But the young Canuck is still in the fight. So is Michael Walkner. 3 hours into today's race, they are in 4th and 5th, respectively. And there's only about a minute in between them. Le Mans shouldn't get too comfortable. It looks like a battle for 3rd overall is brewing.
Manny coming in hot. That it must be super steep to get through. Massive hole up there.
You would think being given a 2-hour time penalty might affect a rider's confidence. Not Manny Lettenbichler. If anything, it's made him more determined. He began in 17th today. Now he's ferociously attacking the track, taking the best times through every single checkpoint except one.
There he is. Get in there.
After 6 hours of exhausting riding, an amazing performance by Manny Lettenbichler secures him the best time of the day. The elder statesman of the sport, Graham Jarvis, is 2nd. Teo Kabachev keeps up with the big names in 3rd. And it's Mario Roman powering through to come in 4th.
Solid day of riding. I expected a little bit more of a hard day, so to get even a little bit more time back, but was pretty fast, but still stoked with the day win.
Yeah, I think the pace was good enough, you know, like sometimes you wanna be more fast, but at the end of the day, you have to do your own race. So I think is what I done today, do my own race, and was able to don't lose much time in the overall. So keep going the next days.
After 2 days of off-road riding, Jarvis's 2nd place performance will keep him in the Romaniacs lead. The Brit is 9 minutes faster than 2nd overall Teo Kabachev. Because of his speedy showing today, Mario Roman will bump Tristan Hart out of 3rd place, and the defending champ Manny Lettenbichler makes a big jump from 17th to 10th. He's still in this race. Headlights cut through thick fog as riders get ready for their 3rd day of off-road riding. But today, they'll start above the clouds.
Yesterday was a really long day. I'm hurting this morning, but times are good, so just keep going and see what happens.
Yesterday I couldn't catch Graham, but today I will give my best.
This track is 102 kilometers long. Typically, day 3 is the turning point, the make it or break it moment in the competition. Manny is first to soar from the mountain peak, followed by Jarvis and Teo Kabachev. Across a narrow mountain ridge, Kabachev's mission is to close the 9-minute time gap between him and race leader Jarvis.
Teo in a real good position for a good, strong result here. Still in the fight for a win.
But the frontrunners aren't riding as fast as they did the previous day. Right now, other contenders like Michael Wachner are starting to shine. Through the first checkpoint, the 24-year-old Austrian takes an early time lead. Another athlete hitting his stride is Mario Roman. He's hungry to stay in podium contention and is the fastest through the next 2 checkpoints. But Wachner is only seconds behind him.
You can see the determination in Michael Wachner's eyes.
And an hour and a half into the race, the Austrian is still leading the day. The two are now locked in a heated battle for 3rd overall.
So Mario and Michael Wachner definitely having a back-and-back battle between themselves. Last time I saw it was Mario in front, and now it's Michael Wachner. Sometimes a good thing to get shifted forward to the front of the pack, so they could be in for a real good day today if they keep that up.
Yesterday's race leader isn't performing up to his usual high standard, riding in 6th for the day. Being the first rider on a new course can be a navigation nightmare. 2 hours back from the overall time leader, Jarvis, there's 0 chance of him defending his title. Now he's in it for the FIM points. Jarvis also started the day slower than expected. But as the race progresses, his performance drastically improves. For a while, the current Romaniacs leader and the 2021 champion find each other on the track, both gaining speed and making up for lost time.
Nice. I love this new technique. Helping that back end on, yes.
5 hours in, Lettenbichler's rocketed from 5th into 2nd. But Jarvis has outdone him. With stealth and style, the silent assassin has sped his way into the lead, and he will cross the finish line winning the Day 3 off-road. 2 minutes back, it's Manny Lettenbichler in 2nd, and Mario Roman will finish in 3rd, only a minute in front of Michael Wachner.
This morning I was just rubbish. I was slow and then gave myself a good talking to and then just went for it this afternoon and felt a lot better on the tough stuff. Had some really good rides.
I was losing a little bit of time in the last 3 hills. I couldn't see Mario and Theo anymore. Till there I was riding almost with them together. And yeah, I think it was a good day.
In the overall standings, Graham Jarvis holds a respectable lead over Teo Kabachev in 2nd. Mario Roman is in 3rd, and Michael Wachner is nearly 6.5 minutes back in 4th. Positions may seem secure, but at Romaniacs, everything can change in an instant. Come the morning, athletes will need deep focus as they battle to make it through the final ferocious day of off-road riding. In the end, one rider will take the Romaniacs' glory and those coveted top FIM points. On the 4th day, these athletes are worn out. Imagine driving nearly 5 hours every day on a highway that's mostly vertical and full of gravel, speed bumps, and an assortment of other obstacles, You'll get a sense of what they're going through mentally and physically.
I've heard it's a hard day again, a little bit shorter, but just can't afford to back off. Just got to keep pushing right to the end.
The mission is very clear. I will try to open a gap from Theo. We have a very tough course. I heard it's going to be a lot of ups and downs. So I will try in the technical stuff to open a bit of gap and hopefully not much fast stuff for him.
The last unnerving race is 85 kilometers long. Jarvis is first into the final, followed by Lettenbigler and Roman. Almost immediately, Roman jumps into the time lead for the day. He owns it all morning.
Mario Roman on the charge. He's doing a mega job this morning. He wants to get that second place for Red Bull Romaniacs 2022.
An hour and a half in, he's riding with confidence, and he's shrunk the gap between himself and Kabachev to a minute and a half in the overall standings. Romaniacs leader Jarvis is struggling early on, and he's not happy about it. But he knows how to channel that emotion. Years of experience have taught him not to panic, and after injuring himself at this race last year, playing it safe with a decent time lead isn't the worst idea. Further back in the overall time race, there's a battle between Michael Wachner and Tristan Hart. Wachner started the day with a solid lead on Hart. Now the Canadian is doing everything he can to close the gap. He's currently second fastest for the day, while Wachner is fourth. That is, until he injures his foot. This could spell disaster for the Austrian's overall fourth place in the standings. He's playing through the pain, but as the race progresses, he drops in the ranks. It looks like his hopes for any chance at a podium position have faded away. Later in the race, Manny Lettenbigler is now in the lead for the day, but he's sitting in sixth overall. The German rider wants to do whatever he can to get as many FIM points as possible. With Billy Bull injured and out, he wants to claim the top spot in the series. As the race progresses, the mighty Graham Jarvis is still maintaining his sizable 10-minute overall time lead.
All Graham's got to do is take it home now. Definitely just put in the bike where he needs to, like he's done all week. And that's why he's in front position.
No matter what Teo Kabachev tries, he can't close the gap. The Bulgarian is also feeling pressure from the veteran Spanish rider sitting in third. 3.5 hours in, Mario Roman is now 3 minutes behind, but there's still a chance he could steal the silver medal spot on the podium. The frontrunners make their final exhausting push. And after 21 hours of insane racing, over 5 days, through heat, rain, and some serious moto melodrama, the king of the Carpathians, Graham Jarvis, wins his record-breaking 7th Red Bull Romaniacs title. Teo Kabachev gets his second series podium, and Mario Roman's extraordinary rally riding will get him third on the podium and propel him into the championship lead.
You know, a year ago I did my knee, I come back, I was just happy to be here, but you know, I was feeling good yesterday, but today I just had no energy and I just had to dig so deep just to hang in there. Held on, and anything can happen. Probably the best win of my career, honestly.
It was proper tough. We had nice and tough moments, long days on the saddle, but pretty happy with how it went.
I am super satisfied with the overall result. To be leading the championship is not easy to say, but still 3 more races, TKO Canada and Hispania. So yeah, hopefully I can do well over there and arrive at home in the last race with good strength in the championship.
Pretty stoked. Like, I think we made such a good damage control, taking 10 points, and I think it was super important for the whole championship.
Here are the results from the 19th edition of Red Bull Romaniacs. The king, Graham Jarvis, reigns supreme with a total ride time 8.5 minutes ahead of Teo Kabachev. Mario Roman is 13.5 minutes back in third. And these are the FIM standings. Mario Roman now jumps into the lead. Manny Lettenbichler trails him by only 3 points. And with Billy Bolt out of the series, Graham Jarvis is the next candidate in line for the final spot on the series podium. Next up, the hard enduro heroes head across the pond to the US, where they'll once again brawl it out at the heavy-hitting Red Bull TKO. There are only 3 races left in the series, and the stakes are high as we roll into round 6 of the FIM Hard Enduro World Championship.